Hello, 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 and welcome to week 26 follow up of our weekly faith project. How y'all doing? I hope you guys are doing great. We are more than halfway, or a little less than, what should I say, more than halfway, less than halfway through this wonderful series on building our faith and increasing, establishing, building upon our faith. When I first started, I must admit, when I first started the series, I thought, how many ways can we focus on faith? Will there really be 52 ways that we could mature our faith, that we could focus on faith? And you know what? I'm not questioning it anymore. This has been a wonderful ride. This has been a wonderful series. And it's got me even thinking about what we're going to do next after this 52 weeks of building our faith. So with that, in week 26 of Faith Encourages Faith, I hope someone had an opportunity to encourage your faith this week. Someone encouraged mine. Actually, many people have encouraged my faith this week. You know why? Because I'm looking for it. I'm looking for my faith to be stretched. I'm looking for my faith to be encouraged. I'm looking for my faith to be fed. I'm looking for my faith to be nourished. I am just looking for my faith to grow, because you know what? Without faith, it's impossible to please God. And when Jesus comes back, guess what he's going to be looking for? You got it, faith. He is going to be looking for faith. So there are so many people that I know, family, friends, neighbors, who I want to make it. I really want them to make it. And so I need to keep my faith solid. I need to keep my faith strong so that my faith can encourage their faith. What good is it to live a life in solitary, that our passage talks about today? In the paragraph there, it talks about faith is not a solitary way of life. So what good is it to live your life in isolation, in solitude, keeping your faith to yourself, enjoying your faith, just only you? There's no fun in that. There's no growth in that. There's no joy in that. And it doesn't glorify God either. In order to please God, you have to glorify God. In order for God to be glorified, he has to be pleased by what you do. Okay, so listen to this. I want you to listen to this in our follow-up, because I want you to be thinking, how can your faith encourage someone else's faith? I want us to get into a mindset of not trying so hard to allow our faith to encourage someone else's faith. I just want our faith to just ooze out of our pores, through our skin, to just encourage someone else's faith naturally, organically, globally, universally, without you even trying. So think about this. I'm reading the passage, and I'm going to share the passage in a moment, but I'm going to read the passage. It says, they saw a young man sitting on the right side, clothed in a robe of white, and they were utterly amazed and struck with terror. The man said, "Do not be afraid, do not be amazed, and do not be terrified. You are looking for Jesus, who was crucified. He is risen, and he is not here." Read that one more time. Put yourself in this scenario. You as one of the they that I'm talking about. They saw a young man sitting on the right side. They saw a young man sitting on the right side, clothed in a robe of white, and they were utterly amazed and struck with terror. He said, Do not be afraid. Do not be amazed. Do not be terrified. You are looking for Jesus, who was crucified. He is risen. He is not here. You have three choices. You have three options on what to do with that information. See, this was a scenario to where in that day and time, everyone witnessed the crucifixion of Jesus. They witnessed the flogging. They witnessed his blood-stained body. They witnessed the scars. They witnessed his weakness in not being able to carry his own cross. They witnessed him being nailed to it and being hung up on that cross. And then they witnessed him being laid in a tomb. And then the next day they come back, or several days later, and they saw this figure in white, in a white robe. And this figure was glowing. This figure was probably translucent. And immediately they were struck with terror. They were in awe. They were terrified. And that person says, don't be terrified. Don't be amazed. Don't be afraid. I know you're looking for Jesus, but he's not here. He is risen. He is risen. Now, it takes a lot of faith to go on that information that you have just received, knowing what you've witnessed 3 days prior. A, see the place where they laid him. They were at the place where Jesus was laid. B, go tell the disciples and Peter he goes into Galilee, that he's coming into Galilee. C, you will see him there just as he told you. These are 3 instructions that this angel gave the they that was in that position at that moment. See the place where they laid him? See it. He's not here anymore. Go tell the disciples and Peter that he's going into Galilee. And you will see him there just as he told you. You will see him. Just wait. You will see him. And then in Mark chapter 16, verse 15, go tell, because there are many who do not believe what he done. What has he done for you? It says in verse 15, go tell, because there are many who do not believe. What has he done for you? You have a lot of faith to encourage someone else's faith. Don't forget where God has brought you from. Don't forget everything that God has done for you. And most of all, do not forget that he is not done yet. Faith encourages faith. Someone's faith is waiting to be encouraged, and then there will be a time when your faith will need to be encouraged. Be blessed, be well. I'll see you guys on Sunday.